Okay, this week we have read 10 more chapters. From my opinion, I feel these few chapters have more challenges for us because in this chapter, the author's ideas are very jumping and they are not created with our life. For example, when she making wishes, most of us will think the wishes that will related to our real life. Instead, the wishes written by the author are very strange, just like making a wish on the Aladdin lamp. So when we're reading these chapters, we need to bring ourselves into the author's perspective in order to better understand her ideas. So now we have some discussion ideas. First, in the last few pages, the author presents the standards that most girls pursued during their high school. From your opinion, what are your views on the 3P standards? Here is an exemplification of the 3P. The 3P standards refers to be popular, beautiful, and better. What about Anna?
Actually, I don't think that is necessary because everyone has their own personality, their own characteristics. If everyone is the same, then just go clone a bunch of purity and beautiful people. And if that is really the case with due respect, the world will become very meaningless, no fun. Everyone has their own unquiet beauty. It is because of this time can become more meaningful.
That's great. What about Luca?
In my opinion, that everyone is different and everyone has their own characteristics. So that different girls have different appearance or types, and they can be popular in some uh different uh perspectives. Like some of them are good at singing or dancing, and some of them are uh, excellent athletes, such as football players or basketball players, or some other types of sports. And mm, some of them have some um, good qualities, and some of them uh, are popular because of their good grades. Uh, and I think most of them uh, desire for some types of bodies, such as same thing and same body. But I think that's not necessary because the most important thing for everyone is health. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Sure. I also think this standard is not good because everyone cannot meet these standards. For some talent girls, maybe they can easily achieve these standards because they only need to put on a light makeup to achieve this. But for that girl who need work hard after brace, this is not friendly to them because they have instant a lot of time and money in themselves, but they can not achieve the effect for other not putting on makeup. So in just this discussion, we may not agree with the standard. We all feel that using the standard to measure a growth per pollution is not good. So our second question is, although we know this is incorrect, have we also been troubled by appearance issues? If not, this is a good thing. But if so, have you solved this problem and how did you solve it?
Oh. When I was in junior high, some people laughed me at for turning red when I was excited like a gingerhead. But then over a period of time, they found that sometimes my appearance looks funny and not and humorous, and some of them don't uh, love the thing that was fun, and uh, they will realize that for some time I look like a Christmas man, so like Santa Christmas. So that I think so. The question is solved in the later of the junior high career.
Yes, to be honest, I used to have this problem because there are many good looking people in this world. So no matter how hard you try, there will always be people who look ever better than you. But after entering the high school, I gradually lost this worry because I realized that all my friends and family around you, I can realize that they loved my appearance. However, there will always be negative voice in this world said that your appearance is not good enough. But as long as you eye-general them, you will become happy. Because even if our appearance are not so perfect, our friends will still like us and they will think our appearance is beautiful.
Okay, I was really struggling with some body issues early on. At that time, I felt like the worst person in the world. But then I realized that my body has nothing to do with those people. I'm myself, and others have no right to judge me. As long as you don't care about yourself, then it doesn't matter if others hurt you with some this bad word.
Okay, the third question is throughout the book, the author is writing her life after falling ill. So, from our personality, do you think having some mental health issues is a bad thing? For me, I don't think this is a bad thing because a mental illness means that there are some problem in life that we cannot solve it. At this point, mental illness maybe protect our heart in some way.
And I also have this problem that in my normal study life, I will be too busy, not lazy, with homework and exams in multiple subjects like physics, like calculus, like economic, or some other. But I will find something I like to relax myself, such as playing football or playing tennis for to make to turn my emotions to another perspective I like and I enjoy. That's my uh that's my way to solve the problem.
Okay, maybe first of all, we have to find the problem ourselves and to see where the root of the problem is, so then we can better solve the problem. Second, we can make the corresponding goals and plan the maybe future plan the route which is more helpful for us to solve this problem. Then we can talk to people close to us about the problem. It's not good to keep it in our heart. The word we say will help us in our mood. Yeah.
Okay, last question. Just for Anna and Luca, they all says their solve mental problems idea. So I will share my idea in my life. I think in my life there are many things make me very unhappy. So for me, I will walk out the door and enjoy the unusual views in the nature. Although our life is very busy, we also need to have a small little time to do our favorite things. Okay, after the discussing of the problem, there are also some detailed questions for you. This question will not involve your open views. You just need to flip through the book to answer them. First, let's ask Anna to answer the first question. How many wishes does the author want to fulfill during the trip in Australia? Here is a reminder that some wishes are in real life, while others are not. They are all connected to this problem.
Wishes maybe there are 1, 2, 3, 5. Maybe there are 6 wishes. First is dries like cola, cola and orange cola. And the second one is take a look at one of the biggest things in the world. Third thing is to find out if water really washes up in Monterey, Australia. Fourth is find out if um, female cattle average really to have 3 vaginas. And the fifth is play the Australian formula, and the last wishes is I just want to get out of this fucking house. This 6.
That's right. So next, what was the author's reaction to receiving the voodoo vagina in the first place?
And the first rejection was that she never wanted to know whether the baby came from again. And the second rejection was that she felt that she needed to wash her hands because she thought the food was real.
Okay, the third one, does the author think she needs to lose weight?
The actor thinks that the weight is meaningless if she stands tall, stands tall enough, her weight is light enough, so people should be thinking about how to reduce the mass of the earth instead of how to lose weight.
True. Next, what does it mean to be as crazy as a fox?
Because the actor thinks that it is just a ornamental you cannot eat, but often the appearance of these things means that you have to pay more money, and the actor thinks that it is used repeatedly.
Okay, the final one. Why does the author like parsley?
Pardon, I can't hear very.
Why doesn't the author like parsley?
Parsley. Hmm. Because mm, uh,
Maybe the author think it is just a ornament.
yeah.
Okay. So now here is Lucas' question. Lucas' question a bit more than Anna because the content of the last 5 chapters is richer than the first 5. So here is the first question. If the cream cheese is cream made out of cheese, then why isn't face cream made out of face?
Mm, maybe it is. Maybe the author just slathering new face or face skin into her wrinkles, which is pretty brilliant. They probably get the skin from the microdermabrasion places and recycled wearing skin stripes. What a bunch of tricky bastards. Stripping off our own skin and then selling it back to us. It's almost as insulting as pulling fat out of your ass and it into your lips, which is totally a real thing that exists and a pretty good good sign that civilization is collapsing. That's exactly why I'm not a fan of forced kissing your great aunt.
Next, at the beginning of and then I got 3 dead cats in the mail. Guessing what the author got in the mail yesterday.
The meal has something gross. And then that got psychic plus, and I've made you so. Uh, the and the author got a bunch of their cats in the mail yesterday.
Yes, and how did the author's husband know that?
Mm, that a sort of echo green is kind. Uh, maybe. Oh, that that because the her husband saw some strange boxes out of the house that he thinks that maybe normally that the other won't buy something large, but this time it got a box. It's very big, so that's unusual. Yeah.
Okay, they used the dead cats as packing peanuts. And what were they shipping human horses?
That technically is a sort of eco-green. It's kind of the grossest way ever. Anyway, she said she wanted to make me some kitten meters because of the times that the author wrote about them.
Yes, and why were they in the garage?
In the garage. Because the other thing should she keep them in the house way to scare the shit out of her cat, but that cat mom, that would be like if you brought home the skins of young children, let your kids see them. Although the cat might be take me more serious when she tell them to stop pitting on the coach if they saw a skinny cat lying around. Yeah.
Yes, and how could the author lose all three of cats in the garage?
That would make her an irresponsible mother. That these cats are already dead. Then the victor and the author had a fight about whether it was more or less irresponsible to lose that cat. And she won because these guys aren't getting any less than Victor. She said to Victor, yeah.
Okay, next is in the page 222. Say what the author just did there.
The author. That the author critic her skeleton with that joke, clever and beautiful. No, instead she says things like, "At Vega you have a exquisite pancreas, or I bet your tendons are fantastic."
Okay, and where does the skin come from?
Where does the skin come from? No one wants the skin of someone's nutsack injected into their lip windows. And she wondered, oh, yeah.
Okay. The next question is very long. What in the hell happened to the author? And are those mental bars on the windows? Or possibly they're a zombie or something else?
Mm, the windows. Then she leaned over to the glance at the photo, and she thinks that the bars were only hospital bed to keep her from falling out. And she was always falling out of bed at that age because at that time she was very young. She was a child, and sometimes she couldn't control herself. Yeah.
Yes. Now all the questions have been asked. Let us talk about some additional questions. First, I hope each of you can say one sentence that left a deep impression on you from these 10 chapters.
I like this sentence. Some are like extinct volcanoes, ready to implode in anger, ready to spew lava everywhere almost without warning. The reason why I like this sentence is that it makes me deeply know that although some people seem quiet, but in fact the real thoughts in their hearts are unknown to us. They may burst out any time and anywhere, which is very scary because you have no way to prevent them. Therefore, it is not a bad thing to treat our friends around us with more vagueness.
How about Luca?
That I think for in the chapter that about the three dead cats, that in the last part of the PS, and then I called out our maid service and told them that instead of cleaning the bathrooms this month and prepare for them to just go through our garage and look for dead cats, and then the manager called me to tell that Mays doesn't look for dead cats. That also don't do windows. I'm not even sure why we have maid service anymore. Uh, that um, in my opinion, that the author really thinks that and realize that the cat can be the part of their family as a member. That when she saw other people did uh, don't don't care them anymore, so that she was angry in some perspective, I think, and that also shows that the author really likes the small animals and respect them and want to make friends with them. Mm, yeah.
Yes. Finally, let's summarize what kind of feelings in today's discussion has brought to you.
From what I read, I honestly think the actor's idea is quite strange. Like wearing a collar customer and holding a collar in Australia. It seems strange. The kind of ideas that ordinary people can't imagine. As for the above, I think the actor imagination is very rich and colorful, and he has made some actions that original people cannot do. He is very broad and um, tries to break the secular vision to much say his own things. It is very invaluable.
Yes, that's true. I believe that through this meeting of the chapters, I can gain a better understanding of the world of the patients which have mental illness. So how about Luca?
Uh, through the passages, I have learned that humans and animals are good friends, so that they need to live in harmony. So that from the chapter that about three dead cats, we can learn that, uh, and we that the author has some mental disease, so that but some of people will discriminate them because they are sometimes they look unusual as human as most of human beings, but uh, sometimes they can discover something we don't mention a lot, and we sometimes we don't care them at all, but they can uh some they can observe it, and they they will think, why does the events happen, and does the um, why does the pneumonia happens, so that we need to respect them and listen to them for some time. Yeah.
he prepares them very carefully for each one. And Luca has his own thinking when answering the questions. This is very good. Anna will preside over the meeting next week. Thank you for your attendance.
Also thank you for the host to give us some chances to show our opinions, and I hope we can get a better book club meeting in next week.
Okay, I will try my best to be a good host next week.